All right, so Brain here from We Missed the Exit. I'm going to be going over my fantasy flyers of the day today. We don't have a whole lot of games in the NBA today, so this ought to be a quick video. Remember, this is meant to be for ESPN fantasy. Again, not the good one, but yeah, it's better than nothing. So we have a couple games tonight: Miami, Philly, Detroit, Charlotte, and then Boston and my Knicks. So even though there's all right, come on, good girl. Even though there's not a whole lot, there aren't a whole lot of games today. We are going to try to look at maybe some of the players that are going on today. So I got home late from work, so I really didn't have a chance to get a whole lot of my notes done. I didn't do my top rankings or anything like that, but I can do that pretty quickly here. So real quick, let's look at Friday's ranks that I gave. So my number 5 was Max Struss. I said go grab him. He had a not a very good game. Let's see if we can go over a little bit. He had like an all right all around game. Yeah, as you can see, 5 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Not good. Not somebody you would want to go grab. I said quickly was my number 4 guy, 16 points, 1 assist, 3 boards, 3 turnovers, but he gave you 3 threes. I'd say that's pretty good for a flyer, especially for the percent of people that own him. I think it's like less than 10%. Then I said DeAndre Hunter. That was a swing and a miss from me. 9 points, 3 boards, a steal. Better than nothing, but not good. Dort's where I shine. You know, I said him. He has, I think, 22% or something like that has him. Not a whole lot of people. 17 points, 10 boards, and a stat in every other category. 1-1-1-1-1. So that was a pretty good pickup. And then Okogie, who I did end up going and getting myself, 15 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, but he gave you 2 threes also. So pretty good overall. And then I had a couple of the honorable mentions that I want to talk about because I did say, hey, go grab Caleb Martin, who put up a pretty good game. 17 points, 5 boards, 1 assist, 3 blocks. I said go get Jalen Williams. I think he's only like, what I say, like not even 40, maybe 40% of the leagues have him, so less than half. 22 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal. Pretty good, including a 3 too. My dog's messing with things. Cool. All right, girl. And then I did say go and get Dante DiVincenzo, who's actually been doing okay. He had that first, he bombed the first game. I said to go get him, but he's been doing all right ever since. Over the weekend, he had a pretty good game. 15 points, 4 assists, 3 boards, 2 turnovers, but 5 threes. You know, if you need 3-pointers, he's going to be the guy to go to because the way Golden State moves the ball around, you want somebody like that, especially if Clay's out. You know, there's going to be extra shots elsewhere. Poole, not the 3-point shooting guy. He's more of the distributor, a scorer, distributor. So he's looking to get the ball to Klay Thompson and DiVincenzo and all those guys. So let's look at today's games. So the first one, Lowry's out. I'm going to say go and grab Vincent. I was originally going to say, go and grab Oladipo because if we look at the projected minutes here, Vincent is going to get 28, but he's not putting up great numbers and all that stuff. But if I look at it, there's a good chance that Harden's going to be guarding him. And so whoever James Harden's going to be guarding, they're going to do well tonight because James Harden, he can't guard it. He hasn't been able to guard anybody in the last 15 years. So whoever he's going to be guarding, go grab them. I think it's going to be Gabe Vincent. More than likely, Vincent's probably going to put up something like 8 points, 6 or 8 points, and probably like eight assists, something like that, I think. So I think if you need assists, go grab him. If I'm looking at the next game, I think this is going to be pretty big. I was actually going to think about picking up Isaiah Stewart, but I ended up going with somebody else instead today. If I'm looking at this, Bogdanovich is out, Duran's out, Noel's out, Stewart's out. The front court is open for Detroit. And if I'm looking at this, Wiseman, he's been picking it up pretty good. I actually might go and get him for long term. 13% own him. He's going to do well. And same with Bagley. Bagley's 12% owned. I would go and get him. And I put in there, Charlotte's has pretty good defenders in the front court. They're more like shot blockers than they are good defenders. So they might be worth going to grab anyway because their backcourt just terrible defensively. LaMelo, Terry Rozier, some of the worst defenders you're ever going to see. I mean, Alec Burks might actually be a decent pickup too. Diallo might be a good pick. Those guys might all be solid picks to be able to grab. I say Detroit's going to probably be a pretty good way if you need a fantasy flyer. If I'm looking at this, yeah, look, Bagley's going to get 29 minutes. Diallo's going to get 28. Wiseman's going to get 28. Burks is going to get 27. I don't know who Isaiah Livers is. He might be good. Corey Joseph. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. He might be also pretty good to go grab. Now, if I'm looking at this last game here, my Knicks against Boston, as we can see, Brown is out again, Gallinari is out. Derek White is game time decision, but they're saying he's more than likely going to be able to play. So I would go and look for actually Grant Williams. I was originally saying Malcolm Brogdon, but then I'm like, well, 80% of leagues own him. Good luck finding him. Derek White, again, 80% of the leagues own him. So I think those guys are out. I'm really looking for guys who are owned in less than 50% of the leagues. That's what I consider a flyer. It's really like under 20%, but with ESPN, it's amateur hour. You can go with under 50%. So if I'm looking at this, I would go Grant Williams. He's not a big stats guy. He's normally like a glue kind of guy, like a PJ Tucker kind, where he's really good defensively, but he's not gonna put up the big stats. However, he generally does do okay when given those minutes. So if we look at this, and as I put in my notes, he's not gonna like excel in any one category, but he will fill up the stat sheet generally if he's given a good amount of minutes here. So I think he might be a good pickup if that's the route that you need to go. Again, I would actually rather go with Bagley or Wiseman if that's a category that you need. Like if we look at their last few games, um, Bagley did 21 and 18, although that could have been a fluke. But again, he's a guy that was one of my flyers also for a little while. And James Wiseman, if you look at what he did, he's flirting with double doubles almost every night, and this was under 25 minutes. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, more than likely he's gonna. What are you doing? Come on. More than likely. Oh, my glasses on. 28 minutes. He's almost a guaranteed double double, especially with these guys all out. There's gonna be a good chance that he's gonna do okay. And for some reason I missed this game. I guess when I did this on the full screen, it didn't quite work out too well. But if I'm looking at this, seeing who's in, seeing who's out, Michael Carter Williams was just signed to a 2-year deal. Jonathan Isaac he's out, so it looks like that moves Bencaro there, Wagner there, and Gary Harris is in the starting lineup here. So if I'm looking at this team, Jalen Suggs might be good. Cole Anthony, those are generally some pretty good pickups on a flyer. If I'm looking at who's playing, McCollum's not a defender. Josh Richardson is a pretty good defender. Ingram, no. Herbert Jones is okay. And if I'm looking at the Pelicans, Nance, Williamson, obviously Williamson's out. He never plays. And Liddell. If I'm looking at them, yeah, Herbert Jones, and who's the other guy that they have that's like a forward that's pretty good? Oh, I'm not paying for that stuff. So, anyway, if I'm looking at this team, Gary Harris might be okay. I bet not a lot of leagues have him picked up. Also, like I said, Cole Anthony, he's probably like 10, 20% of leagues. Jalen Suggs, kind of like the same thing. You have a pick of guard there if you want to be able to go grab them. So, anyway, if I'm going with my rankings and all that stuff, I don't know. I would actually think Wiseman would probably be my number one. Number two, I might go. Who did I say was up here? Couple guys. Oh, quickly. No, I don't think Quigley's gonna have as good a game. Boston's way too good defensively to be able to do something like that. I'm gonna put Gabe Vincent here, just because I think he's gonna be okay. Diallo might actually be all right. He might be worth grabbing a pick there. I don't know who JT Thor is. Cool name, but I have no clue who he is. And if I'm looking at a couple other guys, I'm probably going to go Bagley here. He might feast as well. Again, look at the guys that are out for them. There's a good chance he's going to do okay. And if I'm looking at this lastly, I might put one of those guys. Number 3. This is kind of arbitrary. Sorry, kind of. Cole Anthony might be a good pickup right there. That's a kind of shot in the dark right there. So anyway, those are my picks for tonight. If you need a flyer, you have 50 minutes to be able to go grab them. So anyway, there's a good chance. Hopefully we'll get back to doing the regular basketball podcast that we do on weekends. So hopefully we'll get back to it, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. All right?